Thanks, John. 3 o'clock, TJ joining us. This is exciting because I want to lead with something with TJ.
I think real quick.
Yeah, buddy.
Is holding down the update desk job the hardest in this building? It's like the 9th guy I've seen doing updates this season.
I don't know what the deal is.
That's what I do every week.
What?
Got high standards for the ticket update desk.
I don't know. No, because TJ.
Every week I come in here, somebody new.
Here's the best part. Try doing a show here.
People?
You don't forget about who's doing the updates. You don't know if you have them in the first place.
It'll be Kenny doing it next week.
Right. I'm Kenny Khan.
Oh, remember that time? I think it was last year. I told you. I said I'll do the updates because somebody wasn't here.
That was unbelievable.
I thought they were going to hand me a sheet.
Oh no!
They were like, "Go." I was like, "Dude, well, go what? I don't have a sheet."
It was amazing.
Oh, Pistons thing. You're
I don't
spicy today, man. First thing I
Liz.
turn on the radio, and the first thing I hear, screw TJ.
Well, I said first of all, you don't hand out winners.
Right, I'm sitting here like, we're gonna do it with TJ. He's family.
Right.
I was because I got
so
2 prop
upset.
bets you're gonna love because you and Rico are so addicted to prop bets. I hate them. I have 2.
Is this the man who breaks down the weather conditions in Portland to tell you what's the over/under and how many of this is
That
the point
ain't
spread?
got nothing to do with props.
Prop bets are easy.
Well, okay.
Will he score?
Well,
yes or no?
I have got 2 that I want to see.
hard.
Right.
I don't want an easy out.
The gods of prop. I want to see if you 2 will bless the 2 prop bets I do want to play for the Super Bowl. And
That might be bad luck if I bless.
Okay, that could be.
I retired after the NFC Championship.
I want to ask this question because we started the show with this, TJ, and we ended up in a whole different place. But, there's no buzz for this game. And I don't get it. These are 2 awesome teams. No one's jazzed up for it. So we started talking, and it was the 2 weeks off in between. I feel like football ended like a year ago. And second of all, David admitted something. Now, David, I want you to look into TJ's eyes when you say it.
Uh-oh.
But David had said it without saying it, TJ. Say it.
Yeah,
Say it.
There's too much football. It's the middle of February, and we're finally getting to the Super Bowl. It's too long.
It is a long season.
Yeah.
I think the break between championship weekend and Super Bowl it's a buzzkill. Like, you're riding high, everybody's pumped. Like, that's the best weekend of football, in my opinion, because you get
awesome.
the Super Bowl, and it's 2 weeks later, and you're right. I mean, all the way, even right now, it's Friday.
No
But
buzz.
we talked about it I was talking about on Monday. I'm like, I'm not excited. I'm sure by Saturday and certainly by Sunday, I'll be excited because it's a Super Bowl. But I sit here today, 48 hours away from the game, maybe a little bit more. And
It mimics
I'm
the
not
weather.
I'm just like, okay, the game's on Sunday. Having, party people over, watch the game. But there's no buzz. You're right. I haven't even really paid attention to any of the storylines this week because it feels like there are none. You know what I mean? Outside of, them kind of building the Kelsey brother bowl. Outside of that, what have the big storylines been? There really hasn't been any. It's kind of been a boring couple of weeks.
Andy Reid, Eagles, Chiefs, his former assistant, he's going up against
the Kelsey brothers.
The Kelsey
That's
brothers.
it. The Kelsey brothers is it, right? The Andy Reid, Philly, former team. Yeah, that's maybe a minor storyline, but that was
20 years ago.
Right, 15 years ago. I mean, it's been so long that you don't hear when Belichick and the Browns play. Oh, former Browns. You know what I mean? It's forever ago. You don't care. It's not like it was 2 years ago.
I do think that the NFL kind of gave us the cute little dessert at the end with the Pro Bowl last week, and it was like, oh, look at this cutesy thing. We're done with football. Psych, we're not. We still got the most important game coming up next week, and it was.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not appetizing enough. You go from such a high
That should
after
have been
championship
done
weekend
next week. The Pro Bowl, in my opinion, you do that to kind of wrap everything up
Yeah,
and
it
say,
wouldn't be a bad
here
idea.
you go.
Yeah.
It didn't carry over from the championship week to this. No, get right. It's Super Bowl time.
Yeah, and I think honestly, and I think that they are trying to make this a bigger week with the Senior Bowl. But for me, I would like to be a little bit more. I'd like to see them make that more of a highlight, that week in between. because now you really get to see, hey, the prospects. You get to start seeing rookies. You get to start seeing guys. And I know that not all the top prospects play in that game because most of the top prospects are juniors, so they don't get to play. But I would like to see something where it's integrated with more NFL stuff, where you watch these young guys come in, and at least it can give you something to be excited for. But I'm with you. I mean, that 2-week hiatus there, it's too long. And I disagree with you, David, on it's too much football, because I don't think any of us were sitting there the last month and a half saying, oh, when the season's going to end, it's too much football.
No,
like, nobody says that. It's just this break. Just
TJ,
it takes you out of that rush a little bit.
And that's just
it's hard to get back.
You got football from Thursday to Monday, from Thursday to Monday, Thursday to Monday, to now we're not going to give you any.
Yeah, it's just overload. I mean,
so now
you're just binge, and then you got nothing, and it's just like, whoa.
You're so used to it, and now it's like, oh, it's gone.
Or you
now
find
it's back.
you find something else. Like, for me, the last couple of weeks, I've been watching more like hockey and basketball and getting more interested in that. And now it's like, oh, I got to reset my brain back to watching NFL. You know what I mean? Like, that's usually once the football season's done, then you start getting more integrated in the. Mike, I know you're a freak. You watch college basketball all day long.
I used to watch more, buddy.
Yeah, but
it's not like it used to be.
For me, it's like, hockey season and basketball season really starts when football season ends.
Yes.
And then I transition. But this 2-week period is like you try to fill in that gap somehow, and then it's like, oh, we got to switch back to football. And there's just not really, and I know it's the Super Bowl. I mean, it's the biggest game, but
it's a good game.
There's really no buzz around it. And you're right, though. It's the two best teams all season. I mean, there's some of the best players in all the sport, playing. Mahomes.
Is it because it's a coin toss? Like, I can't tell you who's winning. I don't even have a strong take.
Right. There's nobody to love, nobody to hate. Brady's not there. As I told Mike, to me, it felt like the 2 years when Jordan was out the game and the Rockets won the NBA Finals, and it was just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I got two guys.
There's no juicy story. Like last year, Cincy, sleeper of a team, got on the Cinderella, Joe Burrow, right? You got all that. And then even a couple years ago, Tom Brady with the Bucks. I mean, at that point, nobody knew if that was going to be his last season. That had a lot of buzz around it. How's he going to finish his career? And
maybe he just hit
this year's just like, it's just two good teams. And
maybe TJ just hit it. This is like seemingly the first 2-year gap in my memory with no Tom Brady. Maybe this is the post-Brady apocalypse. That without Tom Brady, on a semi-consistent basis, I don't even know how to react to the Super Bowl. Maybe TJ.
The 2 years without Jordan, it was like, eh.
And there's no Cinderella. There's no good, feel-good story, right?
Well, like Sirianni, I hate the Eagles. I'm the wrong guy. But like Sirianni's infinitely hateable. Very smug.
I agree.
And then
he seems arrogant.
He's just misunderstood.
The other problem is I don't
right in with Philly.
I don't hate Mahomes. I hate the people around Mahomes.
Oh, his brother is one of the most unbearable
between Jackson,
in the world.
his wife, and his dad. I don't know how to separate levels of annoyance.
TikToks suck. Your haircut sucks.
Okay,
your dance moves suck.
All right.
He's just one of the most obnoxious human beings.
Well, the worst part, and David said this, his wife and brother were basically in cold storage all year. Then they wait till the AFC title game when they win, and you get barraged with all the news stories, and you're like, oh, wait, they're still here.
Light it up! The only thing missing was like the elevator doors
like
opening.
Edith Bunker.
You see smoke, and it's just those two like, you thought we were gone.
Yeah, it's like the WWE. They come walking down the ramp like McMahon.
Right. You
the
thought
worst.
we were gone.
I mean, I think she's like in Pat Mahomes' dad's face. Light it up! I'm like, oh my God.
His brother might be the most obnoxious person in the world.
It's
the
a race to the bottom.
He's not even a good dancer.
No, that's what I'm saying. Everything he does sucks. There's nothing even interesting about him.
If he was like a really good dancer, I don't like him, but man got moves.
But then the last couple weeks, I've been, a story pops up and it's him. Oh, Jackson Mahomes showing off his wealth, and it's like him on a private jet and him with like all these like designers things. It's like what?
What did you do to earn any of that?
It's not yours. Go away.
Here we go. Yeah,
eat him.
That's the tripwire for me. Is like I don't care if you have money, unless you're a truly abhorrent human. Buddy, I've got reality on line 3. That's your brother's plane.
Right.
That's your brother's money.
that ain't yours.
Right.
That drives me
But I think
insane.
Right, because if your brother called the pilot and said, no more.
Turn it around.
Hey, we're going here. Nah,
They would
can't.
turn Jackson into DB Cooper real quick. Here's a parachute. Get out. But the plane hasn't landed. Here's your parachute. Figure it out.
So what you do? You can do the new dance called the DB Cooper as you fall to the ground.
And that's really like the biggest reason why I think people Mahomes he feels like a hard guy to root against. Like the reasons to root against him is because
It's the people around
he's
him.
one of the best. But he's one of the best. Like you always, for some reason you never want to see the best have
But do
tremendous
you
success
think
every single
This
year.
is
but
the other thing we brought up, that he has achieved protected status from the media.
100%.
And even when he screws up, oh, well, he did it in style. Chiefs down 10. And you're
Yeah.
like, wait, he just threw a pick six.
You got to wonder if the receiver ran the wrong route there. It's like, well, okay, yeah, just guy. But I get it. But he's a likable guy outside of that. I think it's everything outside of the game. His wife and his brother. That's just like you. I don't want this guy to win. I want to see them sad. I don't want to see his brother do a stupid dance anymore, and then have it shoved down your face on every out. Like, go away.
It's the ultimate
I hate
dichotomy
you.
because I really like Mahomes.
Me too.
But you don't. You're right. You don't want to see his brother
I
have
do.
any success.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, David hates him because, he has so much fun out there. I'm like,
He's playing backyard football on an NFL field. I don't need it, okay? I just don't need it.
up next, David says that's not the Steeler way. I'm sorry, it's not 84 handoffs.
Sign Juju.
No, people have called me out for that, saying that that's what Ben Roethlisberger did. He played backyard football. Wow. Whatever.
I do.
And Juju
Get
used
your
to dance on the
three-step and
logo.
get rid of
I
the
hated
ball.
Juju.
Quit running around.
God, I wish he'd operate from the pocket more.
Hand the ball
Yeah,
off
David's actually a 78-year-old white man.
with my baked wings.
Baked
Yeah,
wings.
yeah, well, we're going to get to that because this man's an aficionado over
Yeah,
here.
that's disgusting.
Wow,
I'll save it.
we're going to get to it. And we need a preview of the Lang Shindig menu. I'm very excited.
All right.
We're going to talk, and this is all good. And then the prop bets, and I'm going to be heartbroken if you guys shoot down the two I like. I think they're winners. They're winners.
Yeah, but if
we don't-
bets this hour, right?
Yes, Dad.
Okay.
248-539-9797.
And if we